Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And as you can see by the title, today we are going to be talking about Avatar 3, Fire and Ash. But before we get into that, if you like content like movie reviews, show reviews, book reviews sometimes, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and like this video so I can know that you like this video. But yeah, so I went to see Avatar 3, Fire and Ash. And to me, by far, this was my favorite of the three movies. Did I have my qualms about it? Yes. Did I not fall asleep? Yes. So when I went to see this movie, I was very tired. So I was really hoping to God that this movie was not boring, because I knew it was a long movie. And I was like, if this movie drags, I'm going to fall asleep. Thank goodness, about 10 to 20 minutes in, maybe less than that, the action really picked up and it never stopped. So I will say it's very action-packed and it does keep you awake and alert. You're not gonna be bored during this movie. Going on with more positives, I thought the Ash Navi people that they included in this movie was such a great addition. Like, I think they added a lot to the movie, kind of added a little bit of a darker tone, I feel like. And to me, I think it just made the movie that much better. I thought they also looked really cool, to be honest with you. So those, I feel like those are my positives. And again, not to say I did not enjoy the movie. I definitely enjoyed the movie. All right. Like I said, I stayed up. It's action packed. I love that it was action packed, and I love the action that was going on. I feel like a lot of the cinematography, beautiful as usual. I think it's the best looking movie. I think the action sequences were, were so well done, and it keeps you intrigued for sure. Now, some of the things that I kind of have found a little bit, not annoying, that I wish were done better with this movie. I wish that we got more backstory on the Ash Navi people. I feel like they were just like an evil plot point in this movie, or like a means to an end, whatever the end is. And I don't feel like we got any backstory. We did get backstory about, why they are the Ash people. And it's kind of like they're kind of like atheists in this world of the Navi people. Like, they don't believe in Awa for specific reasons. And, their leader, I forget what her name is in the movie, but, they're pretty much atheists in the Navi world and in the world of Pandora. But we don't get too much more backstory on them. And so I wished we got more, because I feel like it would have made the movie that much more intriguing. Another thing that I kind of take issue with is the plot. And I feel like this is the same thing that I've had issue with all three movies, and that is the plot. We don't get a why for much of anything, aside from obviously, like, this is like, humans mess up the ecosystem. Humans always take things that don't belong to them. And then we also kind of have that kind of racial thing at play here as well, colonizer type thing at play. So we know that, but it's kind of like that's what they're trying to do. But there's like show in the movies, but there's really no actual plot. And I feel like that's pretty much the same with this movie. Yes, it was a continuation of the second movie, but it feels like just that, it's like pretty much the same plot points. Okay, something happens, gotta save the family, gotta save the Navi people. And it's the same thing over and over and over again, though intriguing because of the action. I feel like the storyline never actually goes anywhere. So I'm curious, because Avatar 4 and Avatar 5 have already been confirmed and greenlit. And so I'm just curious as to where they're going to take this story and how they are going to end it when it does end. And are we ever going to get more backstory for anything? Are we ever going to get more why? Like, why is any of this happening? Yes, we know humans are greedy. Yes, we know these people are kind of colonizers, but what is the why? Why are we doing this, you know? And so I feel like I just need more from that perspective. In terms of what happens in the movie, there's a lot of people who didn't necessarily appreciate spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a lot of people who didn't necessarily appreciate that Spider, which is the human living amongst the Na'vi people, kind of becomes one of the Na'vi people. And I can see where they're coming from with that, because it kind of, I guess for those people, kind of ruins the fact that there is a human living amongst the Na'vi people. Now he's pretty much not human, I guess. But I also feel like there's some room there because there was something done to him, which made him like the Na'vi, you know, made his body like them. But that could also, you know, go haywire. That could also be ruined, you know. And so I really do feel like there's a chance that can be taken back. And I feel like that would be very sad if that did happen. So I hope it doesn't happen. But anyways, another thing that kind of annoyed me in this movie was the fact that, like, Jake and his wife, I forget what his wife's name is in the movie, but Jake and his wife, like, they pretty much raised this boy as their son. And then it's like they're pretty much so quick to consider killing him. And that very much annoyed me, especially how the wife was talking about humans. I'm like, yo, he was a human. You fell in love with him when he was a human. This boy is a human. You pretty much raised him as your son. And now you're like so quick to be like, oh, he gotta go. And then Jake later on was like, yeah, he gotta go. It's like, what? Would you not try to protect your child regardless of who they are, how they look, whether they are like you or not? And I get the reason why, but like that whole thing, it's like you wouldn't have thought about doing that with your other kids. Why this one? Like, did you just not see him as your son? I don't know. I don't get it. But anywho, so yeah, that very much annoyed me. But once again, I thought at the end of it all, the payoff for me for the movie, I think it was pretty good. You know, knowing that they're having more movies that are made, it just makes me hopeful that, you know, some type of a plot will develop and we'll get reasons as to why we didn't really get much plot in the first 3 movies. But yeah, that was my thoughts on Avatar, y'all. What were your thoughts on Avatar? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was a good movie? Do you think they could have done better with the plot? Do you want more story? Comment down below. And once again, if you like this content, please make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.